ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ आदित्यस्य नमस्तुभ्यं ये कुर्वन्ति दिने दिने जन्मान्तरसहस्रेषु दारिद्र्यन्नोपजायते। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मोक्षयमामृतात्. We welcoming you, all the viewers in Dharma Samvad. In 2021, this is the first show we are hosting. Basically, when we say first show, we are today's Makar Sankranti. We was waiting for this day to come. Makar Sankranti is a very, very important and auspicious day in our Hindu calendar. Next 50 minutes, we are going to be understand what is the importance of the Makar Sankranti through our guest and myself too. And then after we will understand okay, why the Makar Sankranti we wait for that day to come. And we pray for all our viewers, all devotees, every single human for good health. Right now we are in a very difficult pandemic situation. And this pandemic situation is affecting so many people emotionally. And we as a priest, we as a spiritual leaders, we're working hard to keep up that emotions and also help them wherever we can. But today we're going to understand the importance of the Makar Sankranti. Jitesh Bhai will be take over from me and he will introduce our guest and then we will see you very soon just now. Jitesh Bhai.
Namaste, namaskar, vanakkam, and good evening to everyone, and welcome to our weekly program on Dharma Samvad. My name is Jitesh Hari, and I will be your host this evening, as Gopal Bhai has said. Our topic, as he mentioned this evening, is Makar Sankranti, a special day celebrated by Hindus around the globe. To enlighten us more on this day, we have our well known Pandits from South Africa, and they are Pandit Jaidebai Sukla, resident Pandit from the Lakshmi Narayan Mandir in Lenasia, Johannesburg. Namaste, Guruji. And then we also have Pandit Gopalbhai Vyas. He's based in East London. And finally, last but not least, we have Pandit Kirit Bhai Acharya, a Pandit formerly based in Port Elizabeth and Johannesburg, and now venturing to preach Hinduism in America. Namaste and good evening to all the Pandits. Namaste, Jaidabai.
Namaste, Jitesh bhai. Namaste. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. Hope you are well.
Everything is fine by the grace of God.
Okay, good. We're going to start off with you. I know you don't have much time. So,
Yeah.
in layman's terms, can you
Mm.
please explain what is Makar Sankranti?
Okay. Since we have asked the layman terms, so I'll try to explain that in the layman terms. Makar Sankranti. You know, it's like Shivratri. We have Shivratri every month. But most important is which we know as Mahashivratri, which according to our Gujarati or Hindu calendar falls in the month of Maha, somewhere towards the end of February or early March. Similarly, Makar Sankranti, also we have 12 Makar Sankranti every year, but this is one of the most important Sankrantis you can say. Okay, now this is related with the movement of sun, the Surya, Lord Sun, that enters in zodiac Makar, and that's why it is known as Makar Sankranti. Now, you know, we need to understand the word Sankranti. If we break the word Sankranti, Makar is a zodiac sign, what we call in English Capricorn, something like
Mhm.
that. But I would like to explain what is Sankranti. So if I break the word Sankranti, will come as Samyak Kranti. Kranti, as we know, I mean, if we go for a literal translation of Kranti in English, is revolution. Okay? Samyak means to do well, to do it organizedly, to do it very well. So, again, since you have asked the question in layman terms, right? So,
Yes.
Kranti is revolution.
Yeah.
Now, if I have to put down this word Kranti, we have to explain more in simple terms. Kranti is change. From today, I need to start something changing in my life.
For the
Now,
good, positive.
for the good, good for the good. As
Hmm.
as it is an auspicious day for all of us. As our honorable priest Gopal Bhai said, it is celebrated across the globe. It's in Cambodia, it's in Vietnam, it's throughout the India, known as Lodi and Sangranti and everything.
Hmm.
So if I have to say, it's simple thing, but since we have told change, Kranti means change or the revolution means change. I would like to quote the the Marathi saying, not proverb, you can say the saying. On the Makar Sankranti day, today, they say, Til Gud Gya, Gud Gud Bola. It's in Marathi terms. I am going to translate it for you. Til is sesame seed. Tal, what in Gujarati we say tal, in Hindi we say til. Til Gud Gya. Til is sesame seed. It comes in white and it comes in black also. Good means jaggery. Okay. Now, so it says, take the till with good, with jaggery. Be sweet, talk sweet, behave sweet. You express yourself, you present yourself sweet. I think this is, since again I'm repeating, for the layman, what can we do? At least, we can start talking sweet.
Hmm.
We can start presenting sweetness. We can start ourselves expressing in whatever manner. It can be in thought, it can be in thinking, it can be in talk, it can be anything. Be sweet. In another way, start to become humble. First of all, towards yourself, towards your family, towards your neighbor, towards your society, towards the community or the nation at large and world at large. So definitely we can put this in practice. So till Guru Gya Guru Guru Bola, try practicing this from today. And end of the day, we are human. We always come across some bad effects, some bad environment, this and that. But forget all the grudges, forget all that the set mind, and start from today. So that's, I can think, that where the layman can put in practice. Layman can put in
No.
practice. You can put in practice. Mike can put in practice. Anybody can put this in practice. To be sweet, to be humble, and that's how we will bring the change in ourselves. So that there is no point that I will try to change you or I'll try to change somebody else. First of all, I need to change myself. If I will be humble to you, definitely, if not today, tomorrow, you will be humble to me. If I will be talking sweet to you, definitely, if not today, tomorrow. Of course, it's not an overnight job. It's nothing.
Yeah.
One cannot expect this overnight. It
Okay.
takes a while, and that's why if you say next year, if you have not fulfilled, renew it. If you have not fulfilled, you need keep on renewing it, and it will first of all affect on our mind. It will go in your subconscious mind, and then whenever I express, whenever I present myself, it will be sweetness will be there, the fragrance will be there. I hope I have answered, Jitesh bhai.
Oh, yes. Thank you for explaining it so nicely, breaking it down, and also answering it very sweetly, eh? Pardon the pun. So I have another term for you to explain. Sankratri is a festival also known as Uttarayan.
Right,
So can you
right.
tell us what does Uttarayan mean now?
Uttarayan, Uttarayan. Yeah, in Gujarat it is known as Uttarayan also. Again,
Mm.
I need to break this word in two. Uttar, Ayan. Uttar is one of the directions name which is known as north. Ayan means to proceed or to go that side. Okay, now from today, from today, according to the astrological terms, sun starts moving towards the north, and that then we can notice that. But unfortunately, we don't have time to even look at the sun,
Mhm.
which is the provider of energy, with the provider of all kind of flow of energy to the human. It's a salutation to the sun. It's acknowledging the sun and his role in human life. So from today, sun moves gradually towards the uttar, towards the north. It is said in today, Devi, goddess, killed demon Kinkrasur. Asur means demon. Now it's a victory over the demonic quality of divinity. So that is also we need to start practicing in our life. The day to day life, have we tried to conquer all the bad qualities or the bad thing in my life? This is the day Uttarayan. Since the Uttar, the north direction, is known as very auspicious in our in our scripture. Those who are, I mean, look, everybody is looking and running for the wealth. Though for those, let me tell you, my viewers, the direction north is dedicated to Kuber. And Kuber is the treasurer of the whole world. That is also most important thing in our scripture. So divinity only comes if we start moving towards Uttar, if we start following the sun. So, if we start following according to Bhagavad Gita, chapter 28, somewhere toward the word 23rd and 24, Bhagwan has deliberately said about that we need to start moving that side. And then that's the Uttarayan, Uttarayan, to go towards north. That's the
Okay.
Uttarayan. So let me thanks all of you, my viewers, and the team of Dharma Samvad provided me an opportunity to be your guest, and I wish all my viewers Happy Makar Sankranti, happy Lohidi, and stay blessed, stay safe, and yes, please adhere the guideline given by the government of South Africa. We are in pandemic second wave, and please look after yourself. Thank you so much. Keep well, stay blessed, stay safe, and stay fit. Okay, thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you, Jaydev, for your time. We certainly do appreciate it, and we wish you everything of the best for 2021 and stay safe as well. Thank you and
Thank you
namaste.
so much. Thank you. Thanks. Keep well. Thanks.
Okay. We now say hello to Kiritbhai Acharya. Namaste and welcome to the program. Kiritbhai, how are you doing?
Namaste, Jitesh bhai. How are you?
Namaste. So nice to see you, Guruji. You well?
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, yes, yes. So far, so good.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
Yeah.
I know you don't have much time as well, so we're going to kick it off with you. Makar Sankranti falls on the 14th of January annually. So, why does this day not follow the lunar calendar like our other big festivals?
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, I say Makar Sankranti falls on the 14th of January annually. Why does this day
Yes.
not
The
follow
right
the
center
lunar
is
calendar?
yeah, not the tithi and
Mm.
the date. Um, as Jayadeva, I think so put everything so nicely. But also remember, um, it's a Shishiram, Shishir Rutu, winter. Something also to do with the Shishir Rutu. Shishir Rutu is
Can you
also
come close
winter.
to the mic,
And then
Kirit? A bit closer to the
okay,
mic,
wait.
please.
Na? Let me. I put off the things. Yes, now because I'm in a Monday today, and as you know, I'm not in right now. Okay, so I hope now is more clear.
Yes, yeah, much better. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, something to do with the Shishir Rutu, which is we call the winter, and then harvest time as well. So beside the Tithi, we also look the Ayanansha, latitude and longitude. Therefore, we follow the English as well, the date. And then I like to also elaborate. In fact, last year I wrote that Uttarayan is not always on 14th. So
Okay.
another things I like to tell all the people that or Uttarayan not always on 14th. They always either 12, 13, 14 or 15. But since it's just like celebration of the kite festival and things, harvest time and all, they stick with the Chaturdashi, which is the English date 14th. But it's not always on the 14th. I like to also clear that. Yeah.
Okay. So India, we've got a lot of different cultures in India, and other parts of India celebrate this day as Pongal or Lohiri and
Yeah.
various other names.
Yeah.
So can you tell us how it's celebrated in other parts of India?
Uh, Look at yesterday we had Bihu, then Lohri was there, Pongal was there. Um, this entire Bharata Varsham is also 1,822 language, right? Not one culture, but 265 different cultures. Culture
Sure.
like Maharashtrian wear different, Gujarati wear different, but in Gujarat also Saurashtra people wear different clothing. So it's a very big country, and each one have their own way of celebration of this very auspicious day. In fact, in our scriptures, they said, if we give dan today, like a mandir, the Gaumaya, today people will go and feed the Gaumaya. In our scriptures, say, Ayam Gauhu Prishni Rakra Dasadin Mataram Pitarancha Payan Swaha. So, to give dan to the Gaumaya is also very, very auspicious to the mandir. Say this, you give one time is like a quite count as double. So it's most auspicious day for danam. Different places of the state. Like say example, I give one example. In Gujarat, when we do the prayer, most of time we use mango trees, mango leaves, right? But you go south side, you find more banana leaves. So most of prayer time they use banana leaves. So this festival also, as per their need, they celebrate the way. You remember this thing is not centralized, because maybe thousand and thousand years back when it started, like some places it started like to have a food making, like in a pongal they make nice the kheer, and then maybe in Gujarat side they started to do fly the kite, right?
Right.
But there's no
Hmm.
communication like big way at present today. Like today, if I do yagna, I can do with the world one day. Like last year, we organized World Yagna. It was done within a 3 days, and 18 countries joined. But olden days not like that. So my point is that the celebration of the 14th January is there. Auspiciousness of the date is also there. The way of express their celebration or the happiness is a different.
Okay. No, thank you and for explaining that for us. I know you don't have much time, so I'd like to say thank you for your time as well, and wish you everything of the best for 2021.
Thank you, all the Dharma Samvad viewers. Thanks, Jaidev. Nice to listen, Jaidev, and then Gopal Bhai. I not seen him here there, but my regards to all of you, Jitesh Bhai. Nice to start show with you. Very
Yeah,
talented,
thank you.
and we look forward many shows Dharma Samvad for education for our community. I also like to add in that there is a few things was Dharma Samvad or the World Hindu Pandit, which is the part of the Dharma Samvad. Or Dharma Samvad is part of World Hindu Pandit organization, WHPO, and Gopal Bhai represent also and Jaydev Bhai. That funeral stories there were the people charging and all. But if anyone need help from World Hindu Pandit or Dharma Samvad, during the funeral service to perform funeral, we will do free of charge from the Dharma Samad or the World Hindu Pandit organization via Zoom during the COVID, and we will provide Pandit as well. We will have full show on that. For some people saying like they don't have money, but some people asking charges, charging or things like that. So we just giving that our hand, our raise our hand and said as a priest our duty towards the community, and we will help our community in this need. Thank you, and blessing to all the South African friends and family from USA. Kirit Bhai. Namaste.
Thank you and namaste, and thank you for that kind gesture of yours as well. Okay, so now we move on to Gopal Bhai Vyas. So Gopal Bhai, Jaydev Bhai did speak a little about Capricorn, but can you elaborate more on the astrological significance of Makar Sankranti?
Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna. Welcome once again. We are back into the understanding about the Makar Sankranti. Our previous guest, both are my friend, Jayadeva and Kirit Bhai has actually explained in details many things. Makar Sankranti, astrological point of view, if I start explaining that, will be take 1 hour, 2 hours. And tomorrow I will have a special show on that too. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is Makar means Capricorn. We all of us know that. Sankranti. Now, what exactly happened is, as Jaydev Bhai explained, 12 Sankranti in a year. So every month during the between either 14 or 15, sometime in a 16, one of the day, sometime in a 13, depend on the Surya's movement. Surya has to finish 360-degree in a 30 days of the cycle of the month. Sometimes Surya takes 29 days, sometimes Surya takes 31 days, depend on the Surya's movement. And then each time the Surya enter in each Rashi. So you start from the Mesh Sankranti till the Mean Sankranti. So both time, mainly the Makar Sankranti, we say Uttarayan. So what happened? The Surya moved towards the north side, and Surya entered into the Capricorn. Capricorn means ke Makar Rashi. That called the Makar Sankranti. After 30 days, Surya will enter into the Kumbh Sankranti. Means ke Kumbh Rashi means ke Aquarius. It will be the Kumbh Sankranti. After 30 days, Surya will enter into the Meen Rasi. It will be the Meen Sankranti. As soon as Surya enter in the Mesh Sankranti, then the Hindu new calendar, Hindu new verse
Mhm.
will begin. That called the Chechitan, Gudi Padava, all the festivals, Chaitra Navratri, all those things, Ram Navami, Hanuman Jayanti, all the festivals will come that time. Because Surya enter in the Mesh Sankranti first Rasi of the, means that Surya has finished 360 degree of the his cycle. Now Surya enter in a Makar Sankranti. Why so much importance about the Makar Sankranti in astrological point of view? Makar Rashi, who is the called the Rashi of the Shani, Saturn, and Surya is the one who is the father of the Saturn. Means that Shani and Surya is a father and son. Now father is entering into the sun house. Big welcome, nice welcome, because respect.
Mhm.
Only not only the respect, but geographically, astronomically, and if we look at it scientifically, the change happen, weather change happen. India will enter into the from slowly from summer, sorry, from winter to the summer side. Our summer will get little bit hotter. In other parts of the world, the weather change will happen. This is all happened as soon as Surya moved towards the north side. Now, when we talk about the astrological point of view, as I explained to you, the Surya and Shani is both father and son.
Mhm.
But as some houses we see that sometimes father and son have a no good relationship.
Mhm.
They don't talk to each other. So, in a somewhere astrology also, these two have a slightly complications ideological. No father son relationship, but ideological. Both
Mhm.
have a different ideological issues. And therefore, when the president gets sick, country get worried.
Mhm.
Similarly, when the higher planets are falls in that category, then automatically one or another way effects start into the human mind.
Mhm.
And therefore, averagely, if we look at averagely, the most of the incidents, natural disasters, or most of human crisis happen during these 2 months, January and February. As soon as 15th of March, the sun moved from the Kumbh Sankranti to Min Sankranti. Means that Surya enter in a Guru Rashi. Then the slowly reduce start. Basically financially effect on the human mind. So that is the importance of the astrological point of view when it's come
Oh,
to this Makar Sankranti.
all
But
right. Thank you. Yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead.
now that's fine. Let's carry on.
Oh,
Next question.
okay.
We're going
Okay.
to be understand.
Nicely explained. Thank you for that. So now that we know the astrological significance, can you tell us what is the religious significance of Makar Sankranti, as one would find in our Hindu scriptures like the Puranas, etc.?
Let me explain to you. When it's come to the Hindu scripture sides, before I come to that explanation, I want to like clear one misconception which was broadcasted somewhere on a Facebook and WhatsApp and other platforms. Sometimes we supposed to be guide the youth. We're not supposed to be misguide the youth.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the post was posted there. It came across to me. Bhagwan Sri Ram was flying the kite and went into the somewhere, and Hanumanji Maharaj helped to Sita Mata, and that like came in a Bal Kand stories and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Their stories have a no relevance, and that is the falsehood we are spreading. Why I'm saying this? The reason why is Ramayana have nothing to do with this kite flying festival.
Okay.
Hanumanji have nothing to do with this kite fly festival, nor a Sita Mata. Ramayana itself is explained that Bhagwan Sri Ram has seen Sita Mata first into when he went to the Swayamvar and he broke the Shiva Dhanush. And that time Bhagwan Sri Ram and Sita Mata Janaki, because Sita Mata was born into the Janakpur, somewhere in Nepal. Bhagwan Sri Ram was born in Ayodhya, somewhere in Uttar Pradesh. Both are in a different cities.
Mhm.
And Hanumanji Maharaj is a different zone too. Now, when we talk about this post was talking about the Balkand. Balkand means the childhood of the Bhagwan Sri Ram, where the Bhagwan Sri Ram spent his entire childhood in an ashram to get educated. So when we put the stories together, don't match and more contradictory. Why I'm bringing this topic here is one of the youth asked me about it, send me a WhatsApp message, and I read it the entire message, and I said, man, uh, we need to be corrected, and that is why when we said religious perception, perspective of view, and Makar Sankranti point of view, I always says focus into the truth and focus into the scriptures based evidence. Now, when we say scriptures based evidence, most of us don't go to the read the Ramayana or Mahabharata or something. But here I would like to mention is a one story about from the Mahabharata, which is not related to kite flying. Let me tell you, as Kiritbhai explained nicely, okay, each zone celebrate Makar Sankranti differently. So the Bhagwan Sri Ram was born into the Ayodhya. Ayodhya falls into the Uttar Pradesh today. In Uttar Pradesh, nobody fly the kites. Let me tell you. In Uttar Pradesh, nobody fly the kites. In Uttar Pradesh today, everybody eat the khichdi. Them food is a khichdi, warm khichdi with the using the special ingredients. Why? Because there is a winter season, very high level. Sometimes temperature go to 2 degree, 3 degree temperature. To keep them warm, they use the special food that called the khichdi celebration in the Uttar Pradesh. This kite flying story is only in the Gujarat.
Mhm.
In entire India part, if we said only Gujaratis fly the kites. Why? That also I will come to the religious point of view because it's a Mahabharata related story. But I
Okay.
want to make our viewers understand because in these days, and I always use this branding and marketing gurus spreading so much falsehood and lie into our youth and brainwashing them, which is not supposed to be. That is why we have created this platform to explain each and everyone and nicely and make more understands. So when we said why kite flying in Gujarat only, so if we go to the Gujarat, when you pass to the from Ahmedabad to the north side means ke Ambaji side, in between there is a one small town comes called the Gandhi Nagar, capital of the Gujarat state, and the Narmada River. Actually, the canal, Narmada Canal, actually the Narmada water go from uh, north to the Saurashtra side. But that is one part. The point I want to draw it here is the Capricorn line, the Makar transition from the geographical point of view. Actually the Capricorn line pass from that zone, and that is why in Gujarat there is a called the Dhanarak and Minarak. So when the Surya enter in a Dhana Rashi, Sagittarius, So Dhanarak start. Why? And Dhanarak means that no auspicious ceremony happen in zone of the between Tapi Nadi and Narmada Nadi. Because the Surya as geographically actually passing his high from that zone. Once that Surya pass that zone, then automatically Dhanarak end and then Makar Sankranti and then auspicious time began. So why I'm saying is kite flying happen in India, Gujarat, because of the direct benefit of the Surya Narayan in that entire Gujarat zone they received as the sun moving towards the north side. So our well thought personalities years ago thought okay, how we will bring the people out in the sun. Because in a winter, we know in a winter most of people like to sleep longer than the actually normal time. So early morning sun rays, very important during that time. So the our well thought personalities years ago has introduced some event. Okay, bhai, this is the event, and that is why people will not come if I ask come and pray here. They're not going to come for the prayer. So what they introduce very nicely, well thought, logically, introduce the event where they have to come out. In 3 o'clock, from 3 o'clock in the morning, the people come out on the roof of them house and they say, let's kite fly. So kite fly is a festival, is celebration, but actually one or another way to receive the sun, early morning sun rays to keep the body fit. And also, and that type of the sun rays, they will not get during the year because that 2 days, 14 and 15, the sun transition happen from that zone alone, only Gujarat. That's why the kite fly festival introduced in Gujarat, not because of the Bhagwan Sri Ram was flying the kite. So nothing to do match with that kite flying. Kite flying have a scientific reason by making understand the our people. Okay, bhai, we all of us know if we ask our children, okay, bhai, tomorrow morning 6 o'clock you must be ready because we want to do the havan. How many children will be ready?
Mm.
Eh?
Yeah.
6 o'clock early morning.
Yes.
But we say 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And if it is a Sunday, then is a worst day. So what exactly happened? Then we said that our well thought personality years ago said, now let's introduce something. So that's why the kite flying festival introduced, and then people are enjoying and then receive the sun. So that was the one understanding. Now I'm coming to your question. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit long, but I
Fine.
need
Yeah.
to explain into the depth. Um, Now I'm coming to religious aspects. Mahabharata time. In a Mahabharata time, we all of us know the war happened between Kaurav and Pandav. That war lasted 18 days. In that war, one thing happened. Bhishma Pitamaha, highest respectable personality in family of the Kuru Vamsh. And Arjun has, we all of us know, through the Arjun, he was lying onto the bed of the arrow. Now, only the one person had a vardhan. He can choose when he wants to die. Nobody else.
Mm.
He can choose when he wants to die. Now, he had a vardhan. So he waited till the Uttar Ayan to be begun. Despite the war over, everything is done, no problem. War over, Kaurav, Pandav, whatever family is done. But he waited till this day to come Uttar Ayan. And as soon as Uttar Ayan, the sun entered into the Makar Rashi, and then Uttar Ayan sun moved towards the north side, he decided to leave his body. That is the most important significance of the religious side, where the divine nectar from the universe is helping, is there for all the souls and everyone who is in this planet Earth, and that nectar spread around everywhere. And those who manage to receive that nectar, they receive the moksha, means the salvation. And once again, I'm saying salvation in the spiritual world, we talk about is a moksha. But in the Bhagavad Gita terms, moksha means ke freedom, freedom from anger, as Chedeva explained, sweetness. When you can become a sweet, if you move out your ego, eh? So then you can become a sweet. So we can become a sweet when we move out from ego. So that is why the nectar means freedom from the anger, freedom from the jealousy, freedom from the enviousness, freedom from the all kind of the negative thoughts from each other. And that is why in our Hindu religious, every corner of the Bharat, we celebrate the festival today because we want, because nectar is there. Nectar is there. But how the people will receive the nectar? If they sit in the house, so bring them from the house out. And as I said, Bhishma Pitamaha, divine blessings. And not only Bhishma Pitama, from the universe, all the blessings the human receive. That's why these are the celebrations, either Pongal, Lohri, Makar Khichdi festival, or all festivals are introduced on during these days, either 14, 15, 13, 14, 15, like that. Thank you for
Okay.
giving me opportunity.
No, no, thank you.
I took a little bit longer, but I wanted to explain in depth.
Yeah, no, thank you for that lovely explanation and the nectar you shared with us. We do appreciate that. Our previous speakers, as well as you, spoke about the different types of celebrations. But I mean, the Hindus are spread all over the world now. So, what is your advice on how to best celebrate and worship this day in general?
Um, Jitesh bhai, basically, when we say we are Hindu,
Mm-hmm.
so no matter which part from we come, but basically we are Hindu.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we are in a pandemic situation, so it's difficult to get together in a public places and
Mm-hmm.
celebrate the event like how we used to. And this is one of the concerns from our priest side. The reason why is because we need to be understand how we are going to celebrate our next festivals which is coming, like Mahashivratri, Holi, and then Ram Navami and Hanuman Jayati. We are in deep thought about it, what we going to do. So for me, if, to celebrate the festival, I advise we must try to use a digital platform and bring that all youth organizations together and celebrate one spot on one of the platform, and each organization, so each Hindu community member share them views, and that's where we can bring the unity, because all about the unity. And although everybody is celebrating them small group, and that is the biggest setback we are living from from that when it's come to the Hindu culture, okay, we are divided. Now we need to focus on unite. So we need to work out the strategy, okay, at least once in a year, one Hindu celebrations. We all of us know Diwali and everything we do celebrate, but yet Diwali we don't celebrate as a unite. Let me tell you, we celebrate in our small groups.
Mm-hmm.
The the point I want to address here is we must celebrate into the celebration which we said let's provide a one platform, digital platform, or the venue where each organizations come under the one roof. And that is the during this year our main aim, to bring as many Hindu groups into the one roof. I hope we will succeed by end of the year. So by end of the year, when we going to do the show about the sometime Navratri, and Jitesh Bhai will ask me, thank you for bringing all everybody's in. We are
Yeah.
trying our hard, and we will somehow we're going to bring them into the board.
I'm sure you will succeed. And I must say, thank you to you, Kiritbhai, Jaidev, and all the other guests we have on this program to bring Hinduism as one close family, which we need to do.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Uh,
the main part we are doing about it. And the main thing, our viewers, Dharma Samad viewers, I would like to uh, explain it. We are in a very little but peak time of the pandemic, and we just need to be focused in a healthy and safe environment. And despite the everything we try, if someone, as Kirit explained, and we are also in a focus in that one. Okay, by funerals should happen, and we are there to conduct the funerals on online too and offline too. And if someone asking the money for the funerals, please, oh, I request to the all my priest fraternity and every religious leader, do not ask the money about when it's come to the funerals and funeral related prayers. We are not there to make the money. We are there to service for the mankind and human service. And it is our responsibility, moral and ethical responsibility to provide the service when it's come to the funerals. Yes, if the COVID death, we understand you can provide from the Zoom or any other platform, but do not charge. And if someone charging, anybody free to contact us, we will provide a religious person to for your prayers. And we are working on that strategy too. And all our Dharma Samvad viewers, we are there for you.
thanks a lot. And once again, thank you to you and Kiritbhai and the Hindu group, Pandit group, for coming up with this great gesture. Any final words from you, Gopal Bhai? We're almost done with the program.
Basically, final words is we are in 2021. 2021 is year of the happiness.
Hmm.
Despite this all negativity, all circumstances we go through, we can be happy if we want to. And how we can be happy is once we learn to help each other. If we
Hmm.
start going to be help each other, if we're going to start be honest, if we're going to start to for each other, we will be happy. Give us a time by March, April. We will see the very nice world, beautiful world, and keep your happiness, keep your joy, keep your emotions also very nicely. And more important is we are human, and we human, Bhagwan has given us a very nice one thing is brain. In all heavy storm, heavy kind of the natural disaster, all animals and birds can stay in a forest happiness. Why can't we stay happy in this storm? This
Hmm.
is what we need to learn. This is just time. We just pass. Everything will be fine. And thank you once again to supporting us and watching us and also joining us. Thank you, Jitesh Bhai, to being host of this event.
My
And
pleasure.
we all will be into the very good environment.
Thank you for your time as well, Gopal Bhai. And I just like to add that it takes two hands to clap and many hands make light work, just to add on to what Gopal Bhai has said. We are done with our program. So once again, thank you to our guests, Gopal Bhai, Kirit Bhai, and Jevdev Bhai. That's the end of our show for today on Dharma Samvad. Join us next week, same place, same time. Thank you. Namaste, Vanakam, and Namaskar. Bye-bye.